start the stream back up again. Let's see. There we go. Now we are back up. Okay. So we've got a confirmed tornado here. I don't really know what happened with the video there. That was odd. We still have the a confirmed tornado on the ground though. I don't know why that happened the way it did, but it did. So we're back now though. Okay. All right. So we have a confirmed tornado here. Again, this is a confirmed damaging tornado. This is tracking towards the West Blockton, North Bibb area in Alabama. Looking on velocity. So velocity is looking a little bit better. We might be getting this storm to recycle again, hopefully. Maybe just dissipate altogether. But that's a significant debris ball. If you want to know the measurements on this, this is about 1, maybe 1.5 miles there. And again, another 1, maybe 1.5 miles on that side. So this is a 1 mile in diameter debris ball. You can actually kind of see the supercell characteristics here. You've got this curve, and then here's like the hook on the end. So this is where our tornado is located right here. And if we look at correlation coefficient, it matches up with that picture perfectly. We'll go ahead and look at the velocity and make sure that as well, that also matches up perfectly. So yeah, again, if you guys, if anybody lives anywhere north of West Blockton, south of North Bibb, or even in North Bibb and West Blockton, you should probably be taking shelter at this point right now. Although I am hoping that based on what we're seeing here, I believe that this storm will probably be weakening. We do, however, have to keep an eye on all of these storms down here, as any of these could be trying to do something. They could be trying to do some funny business, right? So we'll go ahead and keep the stream going here. We got a little bit of rotation on this kind of messy inflow of moisture here. Pretty much all of these are going to have some type of rotation just because they're being pulled in by that lower level jet all the way up through. Let's see, how does this look? Okay, we are starting to get that rotation kind of falling apart here now, and you can see the correlation coefficient doesn't look nearly as strong as it did on the last few runs. We can see there, and now it is starting to dissipate. So I believe that we do not have a tornado on the ground at this time now. At least for the next minute or two, we need to treat this as a tornado on the ground. Although I think it's likely that this will probably be dissipating here within the next few minutes. We got to keep an eye on these storms farther south too. Although they're much more messy overall. I don't know why I can't get reflectivity right now. There we go. They're much more messy. I mean, you can tell it's a very linear, messy system. This is what happens whenever you got all this Gulf moisture that is just being pulled up by your lower level jet. But any of these kind of storms like this one that sort of have this shape here, I mean, any of these storms really could try to do it. It's just a question of if they do. We'll keep an eye and see if any of these get tornado warned. Obviously, we got some weak areas of rotation down here. It's not really anything to be concerned about, though. The biggest concern is still this storm because it has produced multiple tornadoes over its lifespan at this point. But it looks like it might be weakening at this point now, especially because, I mean, it's completely engulfed in all of this precipitation, which makes it it is very hard for anybody to see. If you are going out and trying to find this, then okay. Then chances are you'll not be able to see it. That's what I was going to say. Looking at okay. I'm sorry. I don't really have many updates right now. Let's see. We did have a little supercell that went through Alabama earlier, but just as it was starting to look organized, it had enveloped another cell into it, and just as it had started to actually look organized, it then dissipated. We're gonna keep focusing on this storm here. I mean, you should still treat this as if it is a tornado on the ground, but I'm almost 90% certain that we're starting to get some weakening of it at this point. So it is of less concern, but still, if you're anywhere within the Bermuda Triangle of North Bibb, Vance, and West Blockton here, then this is tracking right to you. And you need to treat it as a confirmed tornado and be underground. Although, like I said, it looks like at this point we may have had some weakening. Okay. Again, some of these storms that are forming down here in the southern part of Alabama, they could end up becoming supercellular and, producing tornadoes or even damaging winds and hail. But as of right now, I'm not seeing much of that happening. A majority of this is very linear, and because it's very linear, you're really going to get some straight line winds. Possibility of more brief spin-up tornadoes. So I think that given what we're seeing right now, this is probably a little less concerning. If this tornado warning dissipates, then I may go off stream here for a little bit, but as long as we've got warnings active, I'm going to be on the stream. This little storm out here looks interesting, doesn't it? Huh. That'll be something for me to keep my eye on. This one's kind of out on its own, as well as some of these are. But, again, nothing showing as of yet. We had this one tornado go through. It looks like it is now weakened. Let's go ahead and look at the... so I think at the very start of this this frame, you can see this right here. This was actually the debris ball that was visible. That was visible on reflectivity. You didn't even need to go to correlation coefficient to see that one. And then as we move on, we can see it kind of just dissipates. And now, I mean, you've got this big area of precipitation, which has probably come in and choking off some of that inflow. I'm surprised the storm even produced anyways, to be honest with you. but there's still some rotation in here, so it's worth having the tornado warning on it. And now we're to radar indicated rotation. So no longer a confirmed tornado, but still places, like I said, within this Bermuda Triangle here. North Bibb, Vance, and West Blockton. You guys need to be in your shelters. Just wait, a half hour. Let the storm pass, and then you guys got some clear air on the back end of this. So go ahead and enjoy the nice, wet, warm weather you're going to have after this storm moves through. But we're going to keep an eye on things. Again, this storm has me interested just because of the shape of it. You can see it's all messy out here. But anytime you get storms that have that just the curvature, even in their infant state, it always is interesting just because it has some storms have that look, you could say. Okay, I'm going to check and see if I can find us any live pictures, live information. See what is happening in the world of, the world of these storms here. Okay. Again, still getting reports of damage down here. Yeah, finally it looks like some of the sleet in Ohio has turned to snow. But for my area, it's still sleeting. So we're going to keep an eye on this because this storm has cycled many times. It has the tornado has dissipated, then it has recycled a new area of circulation on the southern end. So we've got to be prepared. We'll keep an eye on this for just a little bit. I just have to respond to something. Okay. So, yeah, as of right now, again, I still... We're still just waiting on some more information. Of course, we got quite a bit of storms down here that have a little bit of rotation. I mean, you can see, like, this wind is heading back, and then this wind is heading back kind of smaller. It's not anything crazy, obviously, but something to keep an eye on. I mean, this was kind of a bit of an under the radar threat, although not to toot my own horn, but we did cover it on this channel in advance. And we do still have to keep an eye on this. It was really messy, and now it looks like we're starting to get some organized, something a little bit organized again. This is more near the Vance and North Bibb area. That's where I would recommend you guys down here in West Blockton. You are in probably a pretty safe position here unless it starts to wobble. I mean, still, if you're within this triangle, definitely you should be taking cover, but this thing might be starting to recycle now. You can see some of the reds coming back here. Again, just to reiterate, so what this is, we're looking at velocity. What velocity gives us the picture of is the green is moving towards the radar. This right here, this is our radar, right? So green is moving towards the radar, red is moving away from the radar, right? So within this storm, we can see that there is some red that's moving away from the radar. And then we've got some green that's moving towards the radar. So within this zone is what we're paying attention to. We don't have like a tight couplet as of right now. And that's what gives me hope that this thing will continue weakening but that remains to be seen. We will have to just keep an eye on everything. Again, a new radar update, and we still, if this thing could organize into a little bit of a tighter couplet in this zone right here, you have the stronger greens and then the stronger reds right here. If we could get some tightening within this zone right here, you could have the chance of seeing a tornado there. So, let's go ahead and check. Go ahead and check. We've already had a couple tornadoes spawn from this initial storm, and we do have damage. I'll go ahead and just show a little bit of the damage here. So this is a couple trees down on Highway 14 near Sawyerville, Alabama. Yeah, so there's obviously a couple not for rebroadcast things that I'm technically not allowed to show on my stream. But if you guys send me in anything, I will show it on the stream. That way we have an idea. As of right now, I don't see any confirmation like of a tornado. By confirmation, I mean like actual pictures or video of the tornado itself. There's pictures and video of damage, but I'm not seeing anything else. So we got a couple chasers down here. I don't know where Stas went. We got Vince Welty's down here. He's probably working with Ryan Hall. He's actually not in a bad spot considering seeing this this tornado here. And it looks like this thing is trying to recycle, everybody. This thing is 100% trying to recycle. You could see back here, this looked absolutely terrible. And as we move on, we start to get a little bit more of those reds. And now the reds and the greens are kind of meeting in this zone here. So if we get the proper look, the proper couplet, if those things start to match up a little bit more, then they will probably put the confirmed tornado back on this. Again, looking at correlation coefficient, we're not seeing anything. That initial tornado went through. It dissipated through some debris up in the air, but it has since dissipated. And we're just going to keep an eye on this. Or really, if you're in the Vance area, you got to definitely be in cover right now. North Bibb, Lakeview, even West Blockton. You guys are on the southern edge, but if this thing takes a little bit of a right hop, then yeah. Again, we'll keep an eye on the storms down here, but this is just very messy, very linear. I'm not seeing anything that is giving us any indication that we're going to see tornado warnings down here. A couple of these, you do have a little bit of rotation on them, but definitely nothing that's really catching my eye as of yet. Nothing that is that's too concerning. Okay, well, we're gonna keep an eye on this at least until we get an idea of what's going on here, or at least until this dissipates. Obviously, we already have an idea of what's going on. This wind is going towards the radar this way. This wind is going towards the radar, this wind is going away from the radar. This wind is going towards the radar, thus giving us our rotation, right? The only problem is whenever you have winds that are kind of in a line that is pointing not at the radar, that doesn't really give us a tornado signature. That just shows a broad, more like oval shaped rotation. Now, if the rotation was more of this way and facing kind of at the radar, then that would definitely give us a little bit more cause for concern. But again, still just a radar indicated tornado. The Vance and North Bib, you guys definitely need to be taking cover. Lakeview as well. Yes. So Vance again, North Bib again, you guys need to be taking cover. We're checking the correlation coefficient. There's still nothing on the correlation coefficient. So no confirmed tornadoes as of right now. And this rotation, it looks like it tried to organize there for a little period of time. But at this point, this looks more or less like it's probably just some gusty winds that will be occurring here. Now, that's not to say that there couldn't be a tornado on the ground, because this radar picture is up in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Obviously, tornadoes occur right on the ground, so even if you have a little bit of a not so great radar picture, you could still have a tornado on the ground very easily. So again, this area right here is our area of concern. You have green, which shows wind moving towards the radar. Here's our radar right here. Red, which is wind moving away from the radar. So you have green next to red. This is our rotation right here. We will be keeping an eye on this. Vance, it is right on top of you pretty much at this moment. North Bib, you've got about 5 miles until it reaches you, so just be prepared. This storm has recycled many a times. This is what we call a cyclic supercell, where basically the storm will put down one tornado and then it will cycle and then put down another tornado, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and look down here again. Now down here, I've said it multiple times, but it's just so messy down here. We're going to keep checking every now and then, but I don't see us getting any tornado warnings down here in the immediate future. Maybe at some point here we will, but yeah. And the rotation up here on this storm is looking not as good again. Still this one area near Vance is really your area of concern. We've got Vince Welties down here, John. I'm trying to see. I don't know where Stas has ran off to, but he is gone. Oh, there he is. That hasn't updated for a while, has it? Yeah, it's been a half hour. But so again, this is our area of concern right here. This is Vance. This is right on top of you. North Bib, this is tracking towards your area, so please, you've got maybe a couple minutes to just get ready, get to the basement, whatever it might be. Vance, if you live in Vance in Alabama, you have seconds at this point. So we're gonna keep an eye on this. If it strengthens at all, it's been on kind of a weakening trend. It had weakened, and we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully that is not a debris signature. I don't believe it is. We'll wait for one more update. But okay, that's actually more concerning. So if you remember what I was talking about just a few moments ago, where the wind speeds were kind of at this angle, which is angled away from the radar, that is not really what we would call a tornado vortex signature. Now this, where the red and the green meet right here, and we draw this line, that is pointed at the radar. That actually is much more of a tornado vortex signature than we've been seeing on this storm for the last few minutes. So we got to watch correlation coefficient, because we have a little tiny thing here near Vance, which could be the early signs that we might have a tornado on the ground here. But if you're in Vance, you need to be underground right now. This area right here, you've got this, it's a very, very small area of rotation. But still, this could produce a weak tornado right here near Vance. North Bibb, you are now in the crosshairs, just north of you, anywhere along. I don't know what this interstate is here. I wish that I could see that. Hang on. Let's go ahead and figure out what this interstate is, so I can try to convey a little bit more information. If you guys have any questions or anything, just shoot them or shout them out, by the way. I'll answer any questions you guys have. So let's see. Where are we? We are just east of Tuscaloosa. So, it is heading towards Interstate 59 near Woodstock, and so it's State Route 11 in Vance. It looks like it just crossed State Route 11 and is heading towards what looked like Interstate 59. So that's actually Interstate 20. Yes, that's Interstate 20. Here in Alabama. So again, I will reiterate, Vance, you have to be in your shelter. It looks like we did not have a confirmed tornado there. Thankfully, hopefully this storm is going to finally be done, and we can move on. Yes, tornado. Okay. No new updates on any damage or anything. Hale County, or well, actually, Hale County, Alabama. Looks like it took a hit. We had some pictures of some trees down and stuff. Okay, wow. So we got to keep an eye on this storm. This storm has proven why you keep an eye on these more cyclical storms, right? So where our area of concern is right here now. So it's going to go just north of North Bibb. This is heading towards Interstate 59 or Interstate 20 here. It already passed over State Route, I believe this is State Route 11. Yes, State Route 11. It's going to be probably a mile or 2 miles north of the intersection of Route 11 and Route 5 here. As always, if you guys have any questions, we actually, okay, West Blockton, you guys are back into a little bit of concern here. We've got a little bit more of a concern with this zone right here. So what has been happening is this storm has recycled a couple times. And as you can see, the strengthening red colors here might be indicating that our storm is yet again recycling on sort of this southern edge right here near West Blockton. So we're going to keep an eye on everything. Okay, looks like we may have had a confirmed tornado just go through Vance. I would say that that's probably a confirmed tornado. Guys, if you man, in this whole trio here, so it looks like we did just have a confirmed tornado go through Vance. That's what we were worried about. And then down here near West Blockton, looks like we might have the storm recycling. So yes, we did just have a confirmed tornado go through Vance. We can see, if I bring this back a couple velocity scans, right here is where we had that rotation, right? It then passed through Vance and is in between Interstate 20 and State Route 11. And now looks like it has pretty much fully dissipated. But just north of West Blockton, this is our new area of concern. Wow, this storm is pretty incredible given given it is just surrounded by precip. But it's been putting out tornadoes the entire day. You can actually sort of see the supercell structure here where you have this whole storm. And then this is your inflow here. Your rear flank downdraft comes around the back. Whoops. Well, with spectrum width, you can kind of see actually where there would be a tornado located down here on the southern end of this. So, so just northeast of Vance, it looks like that tornado has both come and gone at this point. We can run this loop out and we can see that definitely was a confirmed tornado, just went through Vance. Yeah, confirmed tornado went through Vance. We might have... Okay, so you notice how this correlation has stayed the same right here through the last few runs. That's because this is just a digital glitch. So that's how we know that. This is definitely our new area of concern, though. This area right here. For anybody else that's just now tuning in, what we're looking at is this is our radar over here. We're looking at velocity, which velocity shows us red is going away from the radar, green is going towards the radar, right? So whenever you have the meeting of the two right here, so this is wind that is going away and then wind that is going towards. We know that tornadoes spin counterclockwise, so this is what gives us concern for a possible tornado vortex right here. And it's starting to look actually a little bit better. So what we can see is there's a line right here, right? This is kind of where the two wind speeds are meeting. Whenever you have this line that's not pointed at the radar, usually that is a little bit less concerned. You can definitely get tornadoes that form whenever it's like this, but this is a much more outflow dominant picture. Usually it's just an outflow boundary, but those areas like this can quickly tilt and then it becomes an area of rotation. So all it takes is for this line to just swing up a little bit and become more aligned with the radar, and that immediately is cause for concern. We just saw that with Vance, where if we can go back far enough, we can't. But prior to this actually gives us a good enough picture where we can do it. So right here with Vance, we can see that the two wind speeds are pointed like this, and it draws a perfect line back to the radar. That ended up causing a tornado, and it started with an angle like this. Now, actually with this, this right here, we've been seeing a steady uptrend, and actually it is starting to look stronger and stronger. I would say this is definitely cause for concern. We did have a confirmed tornado go through Vance just moments ago. Here's the remnants of the debris right here. If we move it back a couple, we could see, here we go. This is when it initially entered Vance. It picked up a little bit, and this was the debris signature. So this is tornado warned by the National Weather Service, but it does not include a confirmed tornado. But that was a confirmed tornado that at least impacted something, whether it was trees or something in Vance. This is becoming much more of a cause for concern. We have increasing inflow here. Let's see, did they just... Okay, so new tornado warning now extended, including all the way up to Birmingham, Indian Springs Village, Meadowbrook, Hoover, Brighton, Midfield, really all sorts of towns up here. This is a much more populated area than down here, where this tornado has tracked through mostly rural areas. This is definitely a storm that gives cause for concern, though. This storm is consistently recycling. So what happens is it produces a tornado like it just did up here in Vance. That has now weakened, and you can see there's almost no discernible area of rotation up here. Now, down here farther south, this has almost formed out of nothing and has quickly become an area of converging outflow, and now has started to tilt and actually become an area of a little bit tighter rotation. Yeah, this is definitely cause for concern right here. So let's see. That is just east of, what is that? Interstate 5, I think, or State Route 5, something like that down there, and just east of North Bibb, or well, this is Woodstock as well. So just east of North Bibb and Woodstock, directly north of West Blockton. This looks like it's got a very good chance of becoming a confirmed tornado. We're going to keep an eye. This was the confirmed tornado here up near Vance that has now dissipated. We still have no confirmed tornado by the National Weather Service, but we are going to go ahead and just keep an eye on that. No confirmed tornado on this one as of yet. We're going to keep a sharp eye on this, though, because this is a very strong signature that if it just tilts just a little bit more towards the radar, looks like it's a pretty good chance that we're going to have actually a tornado actively on the ground. So okay. Let's check back farther south. We haven't been down here in a while. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. Yeah, nothing that is really too crazy. Kind of what you would be expecting, actually. We do have a little bit of rotation out here on some of these little smaller storms that's basically acting as moisture that is just flowing in to feed this system. You got these little smaller storms that form along that moisture and then just ride up, and eventually they just run all the way up north until they get absorbed by this line of storms here. So let's go ahead and move it back north, back to focus on this tornado warned cell near West Blockton. And yeah, this is looking much more concerning now. So as I was talking about, this really was slanted more this way. It is becoming a little bit closer to being tilted towards the radar. It's not fully tilted towards the radar at this very moment, but it's definitely close. And we'll keep an eye on correlation coefficient. We may have a confirmed tornado on the ground right here. Possibly right here. Okay. We might have a confirmed tornado right here. Actually, it looks like it has started to weaken now. Vince Welty he's right on this. So hopefully if we can get any storm reports, that would be wonderful. I still have yet to see yeah, we still have yet to see any confirmation, any visible pictures of any tornadoes or anything. But we do have confirmation of plenty of damage just east of the Tuscaloosa area. Well, southeast of the Tuscaloosa area, where the tornado had already tracked through. Oh gosh, my apologies, I'm a little tired. Okay. This is positive, as we got a little bit of a weakening trend here now on the radar. Hopefully that trend continues. Nothing very indicative of an active tornado on the ground. My bad, guys. I'm very tired. College wears you out, that's for sure. Well, Vince Welty is right on this, though. He's absolutely dominating, to be honest with you. Well, I'll take a peek real quick and see. So I'm not seeing anything. Yeah. So Reed and Vince were actually like very close to each other for a little bit. And yeah, it looks like our storm might be finally starting to dissipate at this point. Yeah, this is just the absolute messiest environment ever for a supercell to try to. I mean, maintaining an organized rotation and updraft at this level. Although, I mean, you can kind of see there's a little bit of a circle here, a little bit of an eye there. Is that where our velocity is? Somewhat, but our velocity is also becoming a little bit messy too. So they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning on this little one that I was talking about as well. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, okay, so they've issued a tor possible. Actually, I'm not sure how much snow we're gonna get, Rob. Are you talking about Northeast Ohio? I mean, down here where I'm at, it has been sleet the entire day. And that sleet just refuses to give up and become snow. Here, let's go ahead and go up here and talk about it, actually. So we'll look at the precipitation depiction, and you can see there's a pretty strong divide where we have, this down here, which is sleet, this up here, which is snow. So areas like Akron, Worcester, everything that is northwest of this, you're going to get snow, obviously. Everything that is down here from Canton down to like Zanesville and Wheeling, we're getting a bunch of sleet. Everywhere that's even farther south, so let's take like Columbus, right? And everywhere down south of here, you're seeing a bunch of freezing rain in this zone, right? We'll go ahead and switch radars to the kill on the radar. So right down here, like, you've got quite a bit of, probably up here, this is more of a sleet zone, but down here a little bit farther south, down into Kentucky, this is where you're going to have your freezing rain at. And yeah, it's going to snow up near the Akron area for quite a while. I don't see it stopping for some time, especially now that it has actually started snowing. At least you guys actually have snow. Down here, we literally haven't even had an inch of snow yet. So, kind of sucks, but it is what it is, So, looks like our supercell might be dying out. If this one dies out, I might go off of the stream. Hello, Hasty Tube. If this does end up dying out, we might go off stream because at this point it looks like it is starting to lose strength. I mean, this thing has cycled many times. So it has had a tornado and then dissipated, and then formed a new tornado and then dissipated. But I don't know how much longer I see that going on, given did they expire the warning? Chances of a snow day tomorrow. If you live in Northeast Ohio, your chances are pretty high. So like where you live is pretty good. Will we have a snow day tomorrow? I would give it pretty high chances for you guys. Yeah. I mean this snow, sleet, and everything is gonna be moving through. Considering we had a snow day today and today's not even all that bad. I would say that our chances are probably only going to go up. Oh, just as I predicted, they have expired now the tornado warning up here for Birmingham, Alabama. And now we just have these storms down here, down south. So we'll keep an eye on these for a little bit. I don't see anything else up here near the Birmingham area actually really coming to fruition. So let's go ahead and check this little storm caught my eye initially, but I'm not too concerned about it. But yeah, in terms of up here in Northeast Ohio, in terms of getting a snow day, guys, I think it's pretty likely that you will get a snow day. You can see this right here is where all the sleet is, right? Which sucks, but my grandma, oh my gosh, that actually, yeah, that's actually, that's very sad. If that is definitely a true story, that's sad. Yeah, and that's why I make that's why I like to make updates like this, and that's why I have taken my YouTube channel kind of the route that I have taken it, because I really like to upload, stuff like this that really dives into the severe weather and the winter weather, because some people may not be aware of a situation. Some people don't have cable anymore. And also because it is a serious thing. People die from this. People, are impacted by these things. I mean, we saw that with the tornado that happened in Mayfield, Kentucky, where it was a very bad situation for quite a while. Can I do a snowman building tutorial? I'll think about that. That could be something to consider. But yeah, so just to reiterate, talking about the snow. So obviously everywhere north of this is seeing snow. Maybe even some people in this zone are seeing some very wet, heavy snow. But just south of here, areas like Canton and farther south, this is all sleet, which really sucks. So we're not getting any snow. Kind of because I live within this zone. Okay, so it sucks. I'll be honest. I want some snow, right? And I don't know. The atmosphere is just not giving up. You'll see this line. It is moving, but it's not moving. I mean, I'll draw the line right here. Yeah, so it's moving very slowly to the southeast, maybe. But gosh, at this rate, I don't think I'm ever gonna see snow. Obviously, that's not true. We're gonna see some snow down where I live. But so is the sleet moving toward us? For you guys, no. The sleet is moving just slowly south of you guys, if you guys live up here in the Akron area. So you can see this is the line of sleet, and this is moving just a couple mile an hour to the southeast. So you guys are going to stay in the snow area up here. And I'm going to stay in the sleet area because apparently we can't have nice things. So, yeah. Move back to Talmadge for real. Yeah, at this rate I would love to, but we're just we're gonna take it one step at a time. Where the heck is Dayton in all of this mess? Actually, I don't know why this is like, it's like hurting my eyes. I can't look at it. There it is. So Dayton is experiencing some snow too. What does sleet stand for? So actually I was considering making a video about this. Soggy feet. I mean, it could result in that, yeah. But I was considering making a video on this. Would you guys like it if I made a video that compared snow, sleet, and freezing rain and how each one is different? Because I was considering doing that. Because a lot of people, obviously, you hear the words sleet, snow, and freezing rain. But not a lot of people understand, you know, what the differences are. So I'll go ahead, since you guys are in here, I'll go ahead and give you guys a little overview of how it all works. So basically what happens with sleet is you have, this is the Fortnite map, actually, yes. But you have snow that starts falling in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and then in the middle parts of the atmosphere, that snow will then melt, right? And then in the lower part of the atmosphere, it's colder again. So it's almost like a sandwich, right? You have cold air, and then warm air in the middle, right? So the snow falls, it melts back into water, and then it refreezes in the bottom portions of the atmosphere right before it hits the ground. So that creates sleet. It's really small, fine little ice pellets that fall. Freezing rain is a different story, where freezing rain, you have the cold air, and then you have warmer air in the middle, but that warm air extends much farther close to the very bottom of the atmosphere. So what happens is you have that snow that is frozen, and then it melts in the middle part of the atmosphere, and then right as it makes impact with the ground, everything that is on the ground level is at freezing or below freezing. So that water droplet that hits the ground then freezes on impact. So that's how sleet and freezing rain differ. Is sleet is little frozen ice pebbles that hit the ground and they kind of bounce around, you know. It's similar to hail, right? Similar to how hail works. But with freezing rain, it actually falls as a raindrop, but then the ground and the lowest level of the atmosphere is at freezing or below freezing, and it freezes on impact. So, and snow nados, they are possible, but it's not like what you're thinking in terms of like, oh, a full on tornado snow nado. No, a snow nado is basically like a water spout over water, but it just occurs when it's snowing outside. So. Yeah, so we're not seeing too much that is very interesting right now, so I might get off of the stream for a little bit. Yeah, none of these is looking, I don't know. Some of these storms down here did look intriguing, but at this point, what about a Sharknado? The movie is so stupid. I'm sorry, but sorry if you like it, but it is. Coming from somebody who actually, you know, has kind of, you know, studied and read into, you know, this stuff. Like praying for at least 20 feet. I mean, up in the Akron area, since you guys are already seeing snow, I would say you got a good chance of seeing up to a foot, especially considering it's already actively snowing right now and is going to continue snowing until, you know, midday-ish tomorrow, probably. Yeah. I mean, a foot of snow is definitely within the realm of possibility, but possibly even more than a foot of snow. But for where I'm at, gosh, the snow totals are getting absolutely shredded. I can imagine that here where I'm at, we're only going to be able to get maybe 4 to 6 inches. 1.5. You guys are jokesters, man. But yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about snow totals. So, yeah, in terms of snow totals, you guys up there easily could see a foot, even more. But down here where I'm at, I need this to move, farther southeast so I can actually get some snow, please. I don't want this crappy sleet and freezing rain. I mean, it's not even like freezing rain. It's not even all that crazy out here. So, but Loki said we're supposed to get to. If you're referencing something there, I don't know exactly what the reference is, but yeah. I gotta have a meet and greet. Yeah. I don't think I have enough viewers to be doing a meet and greet. Robbie, you gonna be a meteorologist? No, I'm not gonna be a meteorologist. Currently, I'm studying business finance, so like everything to do with the stocks and stuff like that. Because that's also something that I'm really, really passionate about, and really enjoy honestly learning about is stocks and investments and everything, and I believe that everybody should invest and save money and stuff, and that's why I want to be a financial advisor, because I want to help people achieve stuff like that. I would love to study meteorology and stuff like that if I could be out in the field, but that's a very if thing where it might be a situation where I can't really be out in the field. So, for anybody that's just now joining, which, whoa, the viewers just had a massive spike there for a minute. The tornado warnings near Birmingham have now kind of fallen apart. So I'm going to go ahead and I was going to change the title, but I might just get off stream here soon if the storms continue to look the way that they do, which yeah, they kind of are. So I'll give it a little bit longer, and then I'm going to hop off of the stream. But yeah, you have a problem. Help. What is... Oh, with buying Valorant skins. But yeah, I do not know what is going on with my concurrent viewers thing, but it is absolutely freaking out. It says I have 12 viewers on the stream right now, which I definitely do not. But anybody who's in this area, Columbus, southwest of here, down towards Wilmington, Cincinnati, I feel your pain. We are all just getting sleet, and it is frustrating. I'm tired of being sleeted on. I want to receive my snow that I was promised. I mean, I even talked about this in the forecast, where we're going to have a very defined line. I mean, you can see that. I'm going to draw the line here, and then I will... Oh, well, it didn't work, but you get the idea. This line right here, basically everywhere that is southeast of here. So like in this general zone right here, we just have a big fat blob of sleet. Best weather reporter I know for it. Yeah, dude, come on. I got gains. And, talking specifically about weather knowledge gains. But, yeah, so I feel your pain, everybody that lives within this zone, because we have been just getting continuous sleet, not even snow, not even freezing rain. We're in the crappy part of this storm where you have sleet, which accumulates at a much slower rate than snow. Your house is on that line. Will you die? No, hopefully not. But you won't be getting a ton of snow or a ton of freezing rain if you're actually within this zone. But north of this and more towards the Akron area, you're getting snow. But everywhere that is here south, I mean, you can even see the reports, right? Ice pellets, sleet, ice pellets, sleet. And then we get up to Akron, and it's snow and grapple, snow and grapple, snow and grapple. So, yeah. I wanted another epic snowstorm, right? And this has been much less epic. It's honestly been a little bit frustrating. That I am literally just a couple more miles. Give me some snow, world. Gosh. What are the chances of my house blowing up because of this? Well, your chances of your house blowing up on any just normal day is very low. Now, the chance today might be marginally higher because of the fact that, you could have some power outages and stuff like that. Does that mean your chances of your house exploding are high? No, but your chances compared to just the normal average day, yeah, I would say your chances are higher. But generally speaking, are they high? No. No, you don't have high chances of that occurring. But okay, let's go ahead and check. Yep, no tornado warnings currently out for central Alabama right now. Heaviest rainfall is the biggest concern. We already had a couple tornadoes go through. As we actually move later on into the day, I think our tornado chances start to diminish later on today as we move into around 6 o'clock. I have no idea what just flew past my window. That was very odd. My bad, but I have no idea what just happened. How are the stocks doing? They did very bad there for a while. And I've had a very good last week. And things have been going much better. Let's see. Today was okay. It wasn't great. But good enough for me to rest easy at night, right? All right. Well, it seems like our tornado chances are starting to diminish on these storms. I don't have that much faith in them at this point now. Let's get a look at the reflectivity real quick. This little area was of interest because it's kind of more discreet, but it's not looking good actually for this this storm up here. This little cell that was out here looks like it's starting to dissipate too. They did mention that remain alert for a possible tornado on this cell, which I don't think I've ever seen them do, at least not that I've read, where they actually said remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just everything looks very, marginal right now. This is a big line, very linear system where you have you might have some converging winds where you could argue, oh, that's rotation. This really isn't rotation. This is an outflow boundary where you have some converging outflowing winds. Not really anything that's indicative of a tornado warning or an impending future tornado warning. So, all right, well, I was live for about an hour trying to cover those storms because I thought that this one supercell would continue recycling as it went into the Birmingham, Alabama area, but it has completely fallen apart now, actually. So, what does this back here look like? Nothing, doesn't it? Yeah, for the most part. Okay, I think that's about all I'm going to really cover for today. I don't see a point in staying live if there's not really much going on. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, everybody that liked it as well. I see we got almost 10 likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It'd be nice if we could hit 10 likes before I went off the stream. And we just did. We literally just hit 10 likes right as I said that. Thank you everybody that liked and or watched. I try to provide information that is both accurate, but I like to include my touch of the forecast on it. You know what I mean? How I perceive the forecast. Because everybody, although forecasting weather can be kind of bottled down to the numbers, if it was just numbers for forecasting weather, then, you know, we would have computer algorithms doing it. Which there are systems that do that, like the significant tornado parameters and stuff like that. But obviously, you know, I like to forecast weather. Am I right? Yeah, yeah. That's weather can always be frustrating. That's why it's not an exact science, and that's why we have different meteorologists and different YouTube personalities who will both forecast and cover the weather, is because it's not an exact science yet. Everybody has their own little opinions, their own perspective on how setups will pan out and stuff like that. So I don't believe in the weather. This is all done by the government. Everybody can believe in what they want to believe in ultimately, right? But that's about all I have to cover for today. Looks like the activity is kind of starting to slow down. We might have a couple tornado warnings to move through the southern parts of Alabama, but I would say it's pretty much everywhere that encompasses the southern parts, right? Yeah, so that's about all I have. If you live in the southern portions of Alabama, places like Montgomery, Columbus, just make sure you pay attention to the weather. We could have a couple more warnings as the day goes on. But from this point out, I need to take a little bit of a break. I'll be back if I think it is necessary, if we have some more tornado warnings that may be near population centers, like let's say Montgomery or something like that. Thank you all for watching, though. I appreciate it. And yeah, make sure to stay weather aware. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And first off, just viewing. Anything like that benefits me and a small channel like mine. So I will see you guys on the next one. Please stay safe out there. Peace out and have a wonderful day.